Hank is a celebrity in his own right, and before we knew Hank on Sports Central, the world knew him as a tremendous jumper in the sport of water skiing, and Hank was featured on the show That's Incredible. And if you've not seen this, we're actually going to take a look at it right now. Stick around, we'll be right back on Sports Central.
Oh boy.
Hank Longo is one of America's top-ranked water ski jumpers. You're about to see him attempt to accomplish a first in water ski history.
We're at Tivoli Gardens at Brighton, Michigan. Hank Longo has pioneered a high-flying form of water skiing. He will attempt to leap over 14 boats in a single bound, a distance of 155 feet. And he's off. This jump is an amazing test of high-powered speed and split-second timing. Hank will approach the ski ramp at a speed of almost 60 miles per hour. He must hit the ramp perfectly. Here he goes. He's up. He's done it! Here it is again in slow motion.
Wow.
What a fun day at the lake.
You know, and when I came back to the county and was working, started back with tourism and sports marketing, and I met you, Hank, that was one of the first things that I heard about. You know, like, listen, this guy's the real deal when it comes to jumping and water skiing. Tell us about that experience and how all that came to be.
It was, well, an incredible experience, but believe it or not, how it got there was the first time I did the stunt was here at Cypress Gardens. And it was at the Mastercraft boat dealership convention, and I saw this guy jump over a bunch of buses on That's Incredible, you know, the Evel Knievel type act, and I said, you know what, I bet you I could get on That's Incredible if I jumped over a bunch of boats. So one Sunday afternoon, back up in Minnesota training, I got about 5 or 6 neighbors who were out on the lake that day to come put their boat in front of my jump.
It was that simple.
And I just said I wanted to get a feel of what it was like jumping over these boats. So I set about 5, 6 boats out there in the lake, probably about 100 feet off the jump. And I said, just stay here for a second, we'll be right back. And then the next thing they know, here I come and I jump over my neighbor's boat.
They didn't know you were going to jump
No, they didn't
them?
know I was going to jump over them.
Wow.
I just told them to hang out there for a second,
Okay,
because then they might have left.
First of all, I can see where you think that because you saw them jumping over buses on That's Incredible. My question is, what is wrong with you? Why would you want to do that?
It was exciting. I just thought I'd get on That's Incredible.
But here's the thing about that. You miss.
Yeah, well, you
Right?
have to have confidence in what you're doing, you know, and
Right.
I could always let go and bail if things weren't right. So
I was just
anyhow,
going to ask you, what kind of safety precautions
Yeah,
are
you
there in
can-
something
you-
like that? You
well,
can bail out of the jump?
at a certain point, at one point
some
you
point
can't.
you're
Once you're off, it's all over.
So one
But-
and done on the take, right, for That's Incredible.
So I did that. I took that photo to the Nationals and showed it to Rob Shirley, who owned Mastercraft, and I said, you know, I'd like to jump over a bunch of your boats. And he says, well, come on down to the Mastercraft reunion at Cypress Gardens, and you can do it there. So I come down from Minnesota, I train at Lucky's, and I go to Cypress Gardens every day to jump, to practice. And gosh, now I can't think of the boat. Donnie, it wasn't Donnie Croft, but another Donnie. Russell can help me out. Donald Morris. And so Donald Morris is pulling me all week long, and we're training in the show circle, and come Saturday, it's showtime at Cypress Gardens, all these people, and what a big event. Well, that day, the wind came from the far end of Lake Eloise, which made waves. It was like an ocean in the show garden. So they said, nope, you got to do it in Lake Summit. So I go get this jump that they had anchored out in the lake and have to haul it into Lake Summit and set up a whole jump course now on Lake Summit. Well, Donald Morris, it's his day off, so he's not going to pull me now. So the guy I've been skiing behind is no longer driving.
Which is huge, because
Which is huge, that's your comfort. So then I get Ed Daly, who's Russell's dad, going to pull me for the first time. Well, I'm getting ready to jump. I had a black jumpsuit with stars on it. It was so cool. And they said, well, no, you can't wear that because it won't show up in the cameras. So they gave me a pair of red tights from the mixed doubles and this yellow fluffy Adagio shirt, and took me totally out of my game mentality.
Because mentally you got to be ready.
And I'm jumping off the dock, and I go, you know, why did you think of this? You're going to kill yourself. Well, fortunately, I made the jump, and I took that photo and sent it to That's Incredible. And they called me and said, we want you to do it on the show. And so now when I did it for That's Incredible, I was going to produce the whole show. I was not going to deal with that. So my friend Paul Bowl had Tivoli Gardens that actually I helped develop that lake in Michigan. And we went out there. A friend of mine had a Mastercraft dealership a half an hour away. So he brought all the Mastercrafts, and we put on the show.
Well, that's fantastic, and we wanted everybody to see it. As we mentioned,
thank you.
Announced Hank is going to retire. We're going to talk about that a little bit.